Are you ready to meet your spirit council and to heal with your angels? Hi and welcome. My name is Evette Rose, and I'm going to be your host and your facilitator for today's topic: how to heal and meet your angels and work with your spirit council. I love this topic and I love to work with my spirit guides as well. And it's such a beautiful connection that I really love to talk about this and help people to open up these doors to connect with their spirit guides and also their spirit council. And my spirit guides have been such an amazing resourceful support for me in my life as well, because they helped me to write this big book, Metaphysical Anatomy, which is a big book of 679 medical ailments with the psychosomatic stress of that for adults. And we, of course, have the kids version as well. So yeah, I definitely did not write this by myself. My spirit guides were an absolute tremendous support for me as well. Because one thing that I have learned when working with my angels and when working with my guides is the importance of distinguishing between my spirit guides and also my higher self. Now we have a higher self that we can also connect with and work with, which is something that I also teach. And I love to dive into teaching people how to work and heal through their angels and their spirit guides. Now you might be wondering about the difference between these angelic guides. Well, it is actually quite important to understand that we don't just have one type of spirit guide. We have spirit guides with various purposes. And there are also angels with different roles. For example, we have spirit guides who are with us from birth until the end of our life, while others can come and go depending on the transitions that we experience. Now, additionally, there are also archangels, there's ascended masters, and even spirit animals. Because spirit animals are also actually a unique form of divine guidance, and they can appear to us from time to time in the form of animals. Have you ever looked at an animal and felt such a deep connection with them? It's almost like you felt like there was a human staring back at you. Now, I have definitely had that experience in my life, and it was one of the most beautiful and profound connections that I've ever had. But now let's also dive into how to connect with our angels and how to heal with them. Now, these beings have pure and positive intentions to help us to grow, to overcome challenges and heal our lives. Now, of course, they aim to help us in transcending beyond and past obstacles that's holding us back from realizing our real true potential. However, it is essential to understand that these divine beings are not here to interfere with our life lessons, but they are here to guide and to support us on our journey. Now, as we navigate through life, we might encounter different types of fears and also experience times when we don't hear or connect with our guides. Now, I have absolutely been in a situation like that as well. I get it. And it's important now in these moments, right, to remember that they are always with us. But we might not always see them. We might not always be open to their guidance. Or maybe we have a fear of hearing what the real true answer is to our questions. Now, there are sometimes also times when we do need to get out of our own way and just allow these messages to come through. Now, when trying to control the process of connecting with our guides, we can actually disrupt the messages. Why? Because it needs to flow naturally without the interference from our fears and especially our ego. Now, this could lead to incomplete or fragmented messages. Now, it's a very common experience to receive intuitive downloads when we actually least expect it, because we were more open and receptive during those moments. We were not trying to control anything. We were actually in the flow. Now, they are also a very dark side to working with angels and guides. Now, some beings might not always have our best interests in mind, and it is crucial to recognize our authentic spirit guides and also differentiate from them. And these entities might also actually pretend to be quite helpful, but they have ulterior motives. Now, during workshops, I have witnessed cases where negative entities have attempted to interfere. I've seen that many times. But these entities might not always necessarily be bad, but they could maybe just be pranksters or like less experienced spirits. Now, here it's actually very important to recognize when the vibration or frequency of the message is not in alignment with your intentions, or if you're doing readings for someone, if it's not in alignment with that client's needs. Now, here I also teach workshops on meeting your angels and your spirits guides and how to heal with them. And in this workshop, you're going to learn how to develop your unique healing techniques and also to recognize the positive and the negative guidance that you could potentially be receiving. Now, angels and spirit guides, they all communicate maybe sometimes through symbols, through colors, intuitive languages, or through sensations that they give through to your body, which you will definitely get to experience during my workshop. Now, it's very exciting and it is a lot of fun. It's a wonderful journey to connect with these beautiful beings and to learn how to communicate with them as well. Because by filtering their guidance in the highest and best way for us, we can receive their support, we can receive their assistance. And also knowing how to work with our guides is key to a successful and fulfilling partnership with them as well. Now, many people also here struggle to feel their emotions. Now, this is where it's important because it is crucial to be able to feel your emotions, because the ability to feel our emotions actually closely ties into connecting with our intuition. Now, why is it so important to understand and to recognize your emotions? Let me explain. Because when you receive a message, it is relayed through the quantum field, affecting all your senses in your body, and the psychology and the biology of your body as well. Now, the body has a biochemical response to these messages, which also now compared with your subconscious mind, now drawing from prior experiences to formulate an accurate message and outcome. Therefore, understanding and recognizing your emotions are very important, because if you cannot feel, how are you going to feel your way through these intuitive messages and interpret them? However, now here the challenge actually lies in the fact that most people don't enjoy feeling their emotions. I don't either sometimes, especially if it's negative. It can be stressful and it can evoke negative feelings and sensations. Now, as a result, we might actually avoid feeling our emotions. Now, unfortunately, this avoidance actually impacts the clarity of messages. And to receive messages clearly, you need to be able to feel safe with your guides. Now, building trust is also essential in order to receive effectively. That's very important. When there is mistrust, the state of receiving is blocked. And this fundamental step is vital for becoming an excellent reader. Now, what to look for and where to direct your attention are also key components when you work with your guides. Because recognizing the positive and the negative guides and angels or spirits that can come forward, and also understanding their position, can be a lot more informative when we can feel their frequency. Now, this position alone can actually determine whether a guide is good or bad. Now, that is what I'll also be teaching in my upcoming workshops that's coming up throughout the year, Intuitive Spirit Guide Workshop. And this workshop is so much fun because here you can actually do the workshop in the 4 consecutive days, and you can become a spirit and guidance and angel reader, and also even a teacher if you would like to progress to that point. Or what you can also do is I teach this workshop also is separately. So for example, on day 1, we teach how to become psychic, how to do intuitive readings. Day 2, you learn how to heal and talk and communicate with your guides. And day 3, we teach you how to become a medium. And day 4, we teach you how to become, for example, now connected to animals, how to heal with them, how to communicate with them. But we also teach these days separately. So if you just want to become a psychic and intuitive reader, then you can do the 1-day workshop. And if you would like to do all of them, then of course you can do that as well. It's so much fun. I can't not stress that enough. And all our courses are also IPHM and CTAA accredited as well. because this is a gift that keeps on giving. And I want to share that connecting with my guides absolutely changed my life. It allowed me to start to make the right decisions in life. It helped me to heal my mind, my body, and it led me to all the right people and experiences as well. And you might have probably noticed that I've written 19 books. This is not AI work. This is 19 books that I wrote. And this also covered various medical elements and also psychosomatic stress for children. Now, the extensiveness of this work and that was done, it was absolutely from the support, of course, my colleagues, but also from my guides, my real authentic channeling work and them helping me. And my spirit guides and my angels have been absolutely essential in achieving all of this. And they continue to support me in my work to this day. So now, when you are ready, I would love to dive into a healing meditation with you. Let's connect to our guides and meet them as well. So when you are ready, I invite you to take a nice deep breath. And now, I invite you to just focus on your breathing. As you inhale and exhale. And as you do that, visualize yourself in an open space. And in this space, you'll find a magnificent, big healing waterfall. Step underneath that waterfall and allow its rejuvenating water to flow from your head down your body, cleansing away fatigue, stress, and burdens perhaps that you're feeling. Especially responsibilities and burdens that don't actually belong to you. Feel how that waterfall is purifying and refreshing you. And now, take a moment before we now connect to your guides. Take a moment. Become aware of what you hear, feel, see, or sense right now. Because all these sensations, what you're feeling right now, is you. And everything that you feel after we connect, whatever changes, that's important to take note of because that's now your guides coming forward. So just take a note of how do you feel right now? Just check in with yourself. And now, I invite you to imagine a beautiful ball of light in your heart. Allowing that ball of light to grow bigger and bigger and bigger and expanding outward as far as it wants to and need to. Expanding, expanding, expanding. And as you're finding yourself now in that space, asking your guides, please come forward. Please come forward and say hi to me, or if you have a message for me. Now, here's what's very important after you ask that question. Now, pay very close attention to any subtle shifts or changes taking place. Engage in all your senses. What do you hear, feel, see, or sense? Do you have a message for me today? And remember, please let go of searching for any signs. Don't try to control it. Allow information to come forward to you in any way that it needs to. Let it flow. The more you are in the flow, the more you can allow the messages to come forward. Trust the process. Relax and be playful. Notice any sensations or observations. Like, for example, when my guides come in, I always feel them at a diagonal, like at an angle on my right hand side. I always feel them like here. Maybe you feel their presence differently. And make sure that there's no guides or anyone standing directly in your face or right behind you. These guides are not good. And if you find that, just say, I command you to leave my space right now. They have to go. And now, ask your guides to bring love and comfort, unconditional divine love and comfort in the highest and best way for you, over you and through you. And if you have any physical discomfort or an emotional stress, ask them to help you to resolve that in the highest and best way for you right now. And now, you can allow yourself to stay connected to your guides, or you can thank them for being here and bringing your full focus and awareness back to me, whichever way you choose to come back into the present moment. And just slowly following my voice back into the room. Bringing your full focus and awareness to the bottom of your feet. Your full focus and awareness is at the bottom of your feet. And slowly feeling the surface beneath your body, allowing this healing and this greeting to continue to integrate throughout your day and night. And even if you just got one sensation or one speck of realization, that's perfect. And remember, our spirits and angels, they're very gentle. They can be so gentle that you might feel like, I felt like there was something, but I wasn't sure. They're very, very gentle. It's never their intention to scare you or to upset you. They have a very graceful way of revealing themselves as well. And when you're ready, you can gently start to come back. And welcome back. So if you've enjoyed this talk today, then please feel free to share it with your friends, share the replay with them and anyone that might actually benefit from it, because I'll be teaching the workshops how to connect and heal with your angels and so much more. You will learn various aspects, including, healing symbols and colors and meeting your higher self, meeting your spirit council, and also establishing a healing relationship with your guides. You also learn how to read for your clients if you want to, and you can become a practitioner of this if you want to. It's completely optional. So thank you so much for your time, your love, and your energy. I appreciate your presence, and I appreciate you And remember, if you want to reconnect with your guides and your angels and want to learn how to do that, then consider to come and jump in here and join us, and we'll help you to open up that beautiful relationship and channel between you, your spirit council, and your guides as well. Thank you for being here today, and until next time, bye.